One of the most common questions I'm asked regarding Social Security is, when should I take my money? And as with any tough question, the right answer is, it depends. While everyone's situation is unique, I can offer a process for arriving at an informed decision. Now, first, let me offer a disclaimer. I'm sorry, but there is no perfect collection strategy for you. I'm not sure why I'm apologizing, actually. It's your fault there's no perfect strategy. And that's because you can't provide a critical data point needed to calculate it. You don't know when you're going to die. So because of this, the process is 1.5 parts art and 3.5 parts science. And it's best done in partnership with a financial advisor. Step 1 is science. Identify all the benefits that you, and if appropriate, a spouse or dependent could be entitled to receive. Be sure to ask if you're not certain. Step 2 is art. Thinking about your health history and the genes you inherited, determine an age that you would consider as having a lack of longevity. In the case of the Mars rover Odyssey, that would be 90 sols, or 90 Martian days. Then pick an age that you would consider as having longevity. For Odyssey, that turned out to be over 5,000 Martian days. If you have a spouse, ask them to answer the same questions. Because you don't know which answer is right, ideally, you'll pick a collection strategy that does well in either scenario. Step 3 is a lot of science. Evaluate your collection options using a lifetime cash flow analysis. A financial advisor can really help here, as they have access to software that takes the heavy lifting out of this exercise. The point of looking at essentially how much money you would collect over a given lifetime with one set of collection dates versus alternatives allows you to assess the magnitude of the trade-off. If the difference between collecting at one age versus collecting at another is small for both a lack of longevity and with longevity scenario, then why wait to collect? If the difference is significant, a couple $100,000, waiting for at least one spouse may make more sense. Depending on your circumstance, certain options may be available to you that can really make one path an obvious choice. The key to this whole exercise is to understand how big a reward would you potentially receive from one set of collection dates versus another. And is that difference worth waiting for? Step 4, more science. And you can skip this step if Social Security is going to be your only source of income in retirement. Now, for most people I talk to, however, this is not the case. They have other savings, 401ks, IRAs, Roth IRAs, stock positions, rental property. Understanding how all these assets can work together is critical to maximizing your chances of retirement success. Oftentimes, income tax considerations will play a significant role in choosing the best course of action. The final step, step 5, is a mix of art and science. Using all the information in steps 1 through 4, make the best decision possible for your unique circumstance and priorities. I've met a number of people who skip steps 1 through 4 and implement a modified version of step 5, make an ill-informed decision. I'm reminded of the person who, while celebrating their 62nd birthday at the Bellagio, was asked by the bartender if they'd started collecting their Social Security benefit yet. "No, I was planning to wait till 70, they replied. To which the bartender provocatively stated, "But dude, you could be gambling with that money right now." The person called Social Security from their hotel room to start their checks right away. I would strongly advise against skipping the first 4 steps. There are many horrible sources of Social Security advice available. The bartender at the Bellagio near the top. But a financial advisor can be one of the best resources you can leverage to ensure you make an informed decision about a purchase you've been making your entire working life.